We had known Doug and Beth from living in Fort Collins. I asked Doug to share a little bit about his vision, why Castle Rock, why Plum Creek Church. And before we ever went to a service, I said, I'm in. We are in. That Saturday, we marched in the parade and we're handing out information. Didn't matter about a building at that point. We wanted to be a part of that.
I've served with the audiovisual technologies and the portable sound pretty much every single weekend, with the exception of maybe 2 that even then I was on the phone or be prepared to take a call at 7 a.m. my time to, answer any tech questions that we might have. We were willing to step up, that we'd do whatever we could to kind of help participate in that for as long as it would take.
Doug and I worked together at Timberlane Church. He asked me to move, and I said no. And I just didn't want to leave my family, everything I'd known for my whole life. This heavy feeling overcame me. It's probably the closest I've ever come to hearing God, audibly. And he said, I want you to go. I left a really fun job. I lost my entire community. And that was tough. I went through a hard time, but he redeemed it all.
I was actually going through a period of time in my life where I'd quit going to church, and a friend of mine just said, hey, there's a new church starting up, and went, and I thought it was fantastic. I think the second week I went, they just started making announcements that they needed help with moving equipment, musicians, if you are one, needing lots of people to wear lots of hats, and I'd never really realized what that would entail at the time. That it would be me getting up at 4:30 in the morning on Sunday mornings, driving to Sedalia, grabbing the trailer, and when I would pull up, there would be 20, 30 people standing there ready to unload all the equipment, set it all up, and at the end, we'd pack it all up, put it back in the trailer, and we did that, for, months into years.
It was long days, a bit chaotic and at times stressful. Sometimes, you're getting up and you're like, oh, I gotta do this again. Even though it was hard, there was so much joy.
Yeah, it was very difficult for a long time, but in the stress of it, it's the wins or the memories or the connections you made that remind you, even in the hard times, what kind of helps you to keep going.
Just watching that theater grow from where we started at, and by the time we left there, it was completely packed. It was a lot of fun.
It was worth the sacrifice. After I'd been there for 3 or 4 months, I'm like, this is where I belong.
A small few did a whole lot, but it was just cool to kind of allow God to use that. And it was just kind of cool to know that you had your part.
Because of the yeses from Doug, myself, the team, there were lives changed, and they developed that personal relationship with God, and that's huge. It's really special to be part of that. And I'm grateful to still be here doing what I love, with people that I love.
Those things that we might have given up in the short term, just pale in comparison to much bigger plans than even plans you think are big.
It's an amazing thing to witness.
To see what the last 20 years has been, just through a small seed being planted, to the foundation of that growing, to what this church is now as a building, to the community that's been connected, to the growth that you see in any of our services. God's just using us for a much bigger thing than we ever could have imagined.
Gosh, the sacrifice, I use that word, but it was an honor to be part of the early days. In this valley, we are still scraping the surface of reaching people that need to know Jesus.
And what we've done in 20 years, I'm super excited to see what that reach is going to do over the next 20, because I think it's going to be pretty massive.